Serbia and Croatia, two countries with rich histories and diverse cultures, stand as pillars in the Balkans. But can you guess which one boasts the largest desert in continental Europe, or has a city listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site? In 12 Amazing Facts Comparing Serbia versus Croatia, we dive into the mesmerizing landscapes, intriguing historical narratives, and unique cultural footprints that define these nations. Unravel the tapestry of their storied pasts, marvel at the natural wonders, and discover the economic and social strides they're making on the world stage. Number 1. Historical Overview. Serbia, with a rich history dating back to ancient times, played a significant role in the Balkans, especially during the Yugoslav period, marked by the breakup of Yugoslavia and subsequent independence, while Croatia, also deeply rooted in the region's history, experienced a tumultuous past, notably during the Yugoslav era, leading to its independence and the Croatian War of Independence. Both countries were part of the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia, a diverse federation comprising multiple republics and autonomous regions, which eventually disintegrated in the early 1990s due to rising nationalism and political tensions. Furthermore, Serbia's deviation and wars in those years, especially soon after the conflict in Bosnia, Bosnian War, while Croatia experienced the Croatian War of Independence, fueled by ethnicity and territorial disputes. Given their shared history and geographical location, Serbia and Croatia experienced different ways to independence, transitioning through the complex historical background of the Balkans uniquely. Number 2. Geography and climate. As a result of its mountains, Serbia has a cool continental climate which is neither too hot nor too cold. National parks Đerdap and Tara make up about 5% of the land in Serbia and are beautiful every season. In contrast, Croatia's climate is a perfect mix of continental and Mediterranean due to its position near the sea and the mountains. It has chilly winters and sunny summers in certain parts. The landscape of Croatia is also varied, green and hilly in the plains up north and rugged in the southeastern mountains. Near mountain ranges as well as many rivers impact Serbia's weather. Croatia is a coastal country on the Adriatic Sea and the Pannonian Plain, which is also flat to the north. The coast of Croatia has mild winters and warm, dry summers. Thus, these are both unique and wonderful countries to explore, with a very special climate and landscapes. Number 3. Population. Serbia has approximately 6.7 million people, with a life expectancy of roughly 70 years for males and 76 years for females, while Croatia, also a parliamentary republic, is home to about 3.9 million people, with a slightly higher life expectancy of around 73 years for males and 80 years for females. In Croatia, the median age is 45.2 years, and the growth rates are marginally lower, equaling -0.31. One issue present in both countries is low fertility rates, with Serbia at 1.46 children born per woman and Croatia at 1.38 children, thus impacting future growth. Most people in urban areas congregate around central locations. Serbia has 207 urban and 5,960 rural settlements with different population densities. A similar picture is presented by Croatia, even though its population appears more uniformly distributed across the country, with higher concentrations in urban areas. Number 4. Political structure. When comparing the political structures of Serbia and Croatia, both countries have certain peculiarities that affect their modes of governance and international relations. A parliamentary republic, Serbia has President Aleksandar Vučić as the head of the country, while Prime Minister Miloš Vučević is the head of the government. Gradual implementation of the economic reforms and future EU membership, as well as the standby arrangement with the International Monetary Fund, means that the country is on its way to long-term efficiency, in spite of such typical threats as high unemployment. At the same time, Croatia is also a parliamentary republic headed by President Zoran Milanović and Prime Minister Andrej Plenković. Croatia has managed to reduce the public debt, achieve a budget surplus, and sell non-strategic assets to the private sector. Being an EU member since 2013, Croatia is preparing to introduce the euro by 2024, which affects the country's international status. Political stability in Serbia is ensured by the rate of migration, 0.04%, suggesting that there is no migration in the country. Croatia has a rate of negative 2.70%, suggesting some emigration. Number 5. Economic overview. Serbia, with a transitional economy heavily influenced by market forces and state-owned sectors, relies on manufacturing and exports driven by foreign investment, facing challenges like high public debt and unemployment rates around 16%, while Croatia, also transitioning, has a plan for Eurozone accession by 2024, with a 0.8% budget surplus in 2017, decreased public debt to 78% of GDP, and a fragile economic recovery, showcasing a diverse economic landscape. In terms of GDP, Serbia's GDP was 27.5% below its 1989 level in 2015, while Croatia's economy suffered during the 1991-95 war, but has shown signs of recovery with a focus on privatization and restructuring. Serbia's major industries include manufacturing, agriculture, and energy, with an emphasis on trade liberalization and enterprise restructuring, while Croatia's economy is driven by tourism, shipbuilding, and agriculture, with ongoing efforts to accelerate privatization. Employment rates in Serbia remain a concern, with unemployment at 16%, while Croatia faces challenges in restructuring its largest private companies. Both countries share economic opportunities in EU accession talks, trade agreements, and strategic geographic locations, offering potential for growth through structural reforms, foreign direct investment, and improved financial stability. Number 6. Cultural heritage. Serbia is proud of its rich cultural heritage, which is largely a unique mix of Slavic, Ottoman, and Austro-Hungarian influences. These influences affected the Serbian language, religious customs, and diverse folklore. In turn, Croatia broke the record of a unique cultural fusion as a melting pot of Mediterranean, Central European, and Balkanic influences. They are manifested in the language, which is very close to Serbian, and the Catholic religious rites, while its folklore boasts of colorful festivals and folk dances. Serbian culture gets its uniqueness from the Serbian language, which uses a script of both the Latin alphabet and the Cyrillic one, and the dominant Serbian Orthodox Christianity. This exceedingly influenced Slavic culture with major Byzantine and sometimes Ottoman traditions that brought about such elements as Slava days and national music and dance folklore. Croatian culture differs with its Croatian language and the Croatian Roman Catholic religion, which affected the local customs, such as religious festivals and national music and dance, like Kolo. Number 7. Tourism and natural beauty. Serbia, a hidden gem for nature enthusiasts, boasts unique natural wonders like the Uvac Canyon, Dovoljavaros rock formations, and the enchanting Krupaja Spring, offering visitors a glimpse into its diverse landscapes and geological marvels. While Croatia, renowned for its stunning coastline along the Adriatic Sea, features iconic attractions such as the historic city of Dubrovnik, the Plitvice Lakes National Park, and the ancient Diocletian's Palace in Split, drawing millions of tourists each year to its picturesque cities and pristine beaches. Serbia's natural beauty is exemplified by the largest desert in continental Europe, the Deliblato Sands, and the captivating Vratna Gates, showcasing the country's rich biodiversity and geological formations, while Croatia's UNESCO World Heritage sites like Dubrovnik's Old Town and the Plitvice Lakes, with their cascading waterfalls and crystal-clear lakes, highlight the country's cultural and natural significance. Number 8. Cuisine and Gastronomy. Serbia, a culinary melting pot influenced by Greek, Bulgarian, Turkish, and Hungarian flavors, offers a diverse gastronomic experience with dishes like burek, pliskavica, and rakija, reflecting a rich history of conquests and cultural exchanges. In contrast, Croatia, known for its Mediterranean, Italian, Austrian, and Turkish culinary influences, presents a unique blend of flavors such as sarma, ciarni risotto, and fritchel, showcasing a cuisine shaped by centuries of diverse cultural interactions. Serbian cuisine is characterized by hearty dishes like jabanica, a savory pastry, and ajvar, a red pepper relish, reflecting a mix of Balkan and Ottoman influences. In contrast, Croatian cuisine features seafood delights along the coast, hearty meat dishes in the continental regions, and sweet treats like krostula and rosada, influenced by Mediterranean and Central European traditions. Number 9. Education system. Serbia's education system has undergone significant changes driven by a commitment to European Union integration, with reforms focusing on achieving better and more equitable education, expanding access to pre-primary education, and introducing achievement standards at various levels. At the same time, Croatia has seen improvements in access to education, with international assessments showing stable learning outcomes, but with widening educational inequities, reflecting challenges in addressing underfunding and driving changes in teaching and learning. In terms of economic context, Serbia is among the richest countries in the Western Balkans, with the largest economy in the region. At the same time, Croatia has a slightly higher GDP per capita than Serbia, but faces issues like low real wages. Serbia's public expenditure on education is below the UN benchmark, with lower spending on secondary education compared to other European countries, while Croatia allocates fewer resources to secondary education per student and as a percentage of GDP, despite high enrollment rates. Number 10. Healthcare. Serbia's healthcare system, characterized by modern equipment for modern diagnosis and treatment, faces challenges in accessibility and quality. With 5.61 hospital beds and 3.68 physicians per 1,000 inhabitants, while Croatia's healthcare system, with 5.54 hospital beds and 3.47 physicians per 1,000 inhabitants, strives to provide quality care despite public health challenges, showcasing a commitment to healthcare excellence. In Serbia, the healthcare system grapples with a migration rate of 0.04% and a higher death rate of 20%, highlighting public health challenges, while Croatia faces a migration rate of -2.70% and a lower death rate of 16.20%, indicating differences in healthcare outcomes and population health. Number 11. Environmental policies. When examining the environmental policies of Serbia and Croatia, it's clear that both countries have distinct approaches to environmental conservation and sustainability. Serbia has been reorienting its traditional water quality regulation towards a more preventive approach, producing annual State of the Environment reports and implementing international environmental agreements since 2007. On the other hand, Croatia has been actively engaged in climate change adaptation strategies, signing agreements like the European Union's updated nationally determined contributions and developing sectoral adaptation strategies to improve its capacity to adapt to climate change. Serbia's focus on monitoring activities, noise monitoring, and integrating environmental databases reflects a proactive stance towards environmental protection, while Croatia's emphasis on climate change adaptation strategies and engagement in global agreements showcases a commitment to sustainable development. Number 12. Social issues and human rights. When delving into the social issues and human rights landscapes of Serbia and Croatia, it's evident that both countries face unique challenges and have made progress in different areas. In Serbia, efforts have been made to address human and minority rights, with the country adopting measures to improve social dialogue and protect minority groups. On the other hand, Croatia has faced issues related to freedom of expression, discrimination against marginalized communities, and violence against women, highlighting the need for continued efforts to uphold human rights and social justice. Serbia has shown commitment to improving social welfare policies and minority rights, aiming to create a more inclusive society, while Croatia has faced criticism for issues like defamation lawsuits against journalists and restrictions on sexual and reproductive rights. As we wrap up our journey through the heart of the Balkans, it's clear that Serbia and Croatia, each with their distinctive charm, invite us to explore beyond the surface. Their stories, woven from centuries of history, culture, and resilience, remind us of the rich tapestry that makes up our world. Whether it's the allure of Serbia's ancient fortresses or Croatia's sparkling Adriatic coast, these nations hold secrets and surprises that continue to fascinate and inspire.